What's going on, everybody? It is the one and only Q from Retro Q Gaming, back at it as always. And I'm here today to talk about something that has me very, very, very excited, if you know what I mean. Now, it's not the inevitable fact that I'm about to be right yet again, but no, it's something else. Right now, as of the time of recording this video, AMD has literally seconds ago, that's right, seconds ago, announced the next generation 4th gen Ryzen line. Now, this is very important to me for a few different reasons. So far, like I said, information is literally seconds old at this point, but what we know so far is it seems to be possibly a laptop slash notebook only line. At least that's what they've shown off so far. Remember, I'm jumping the gun and going seconds after this was announced. But this has me really excited again because, as you know, I'm a big PC hardware guy. I know all about the importance of Ryzen with bringing AMD back into the competition, especially with Ryzen Gen 2, and of course, legitimate, proper contendership with Ryzen Gen 3. Now, when it comes to all of that, and now, of course, Ryzen Gen 4 with what they can do for laptops and mobile units. But the potential for all of that, the potential for all of the new Intel stuff, the Ryzen stuff, this brings me back to something that I've said multiple different times before in the past. But I'm specifically making this video right here, right now, as my moment to point back and say, I told you so. I've said this multiple different times before in multiple different videos, but it's so hard to keep track of them because I'm always right. So I'm making this one dedicated to just this. Now, you might be wondering what specifically I'm talking about here, but this has me excited. The whole premise of Ryzen in general has me so excited because now, going forward, we are in the year 2020. At the end of this year, we are going to have Sony and Microsoft's 8th generation of consoles. Wait, that's not right. The 8th gen is already out. We're going to have their 9th generation of consoles. And of course, as we know, these are going to be powered by Zen 2 based units, meaning 3rd generation Ryzen. Now, this doesn't necessarily have me excited for the fact that, well, console games are finally going to leap forward to about, 2014. But no. What this really does excite me for is the fact that if you know anything about the Jaguar CPU in the current consoles, you should know, if you know anything about hardware and you're not just a blind fanboy, you know that these 2011/2012 netbook CPUs are absolutely 159,000,000% unsuitable for what they do in modern games, which is why they're so poor in modern games. Now, when you look at the visuals in certain modern games on consoles, typically Sony exclusives, yes, they do look fantastic, and even if they are CPU bound, but the fact that we can play any of these games on these CPUs, if you know anything about hardware, you know that this is legitimately a technological miracle that this can happen on these CPUs. They are literally that bad. These are the kinds of CPUs that struggle to open maybe Chrome or Edge or something like that in a netbook. And we can do this stuff on consoles, thanks to the optimization and whatnot. But what really excites me is being right about this yet again. Because at the end of this year and going forward, this is the time I can point back and I can look and say the absolutely multi-generational leap and jump forward you console guys are going to see from just the CPU alone. Forget the GPU and all the improvements that Navi and whatever can bring. But no. The CPU and simulation based ones, thanks to the proper improvement of an actual, real, pending of course because it still is a custom console based one, but even at that, just by using a proper x86 based Ryzen generation chip, the difference you will see is phenomenal. Remember this video, boyos, because I told you so, and I will forever point back until the 10th generation at this specific video. You're welcome.